This Weathersmith update is sponsored by Alliance Maintenance.
A good evening. Welcome to Weathersmith. It is Wednesday, May 13th, just before 8 p.m. Welcome. Severe weather. I'm going to go through all the SPC slides. I feel like it's just one after another after another. Then we'll look at the model as well. So let's start out. Let's go over current conditions, and then we'll start into the forecast here. So let's switch over to core. Hanging out in the 70s, not bad out there. Feels like temperatures. Hey, we're in the 70s. Not a big deal, right? Let's see here. Winds, sustained winds are currently in the single digits to low teens. Wind gusts are on the higher side, upper 20, mid to upper 20s across the area. So not that bad. I mean, it's just keeping the heat up is what it's doing. Moving into overnight tonight, we'll see temperatures drop down in the upper 50s, low 60s across the area. No precip is forecasted tonight. I know it shows like 50% Independence and Pryor. Very low chances out of the wave that's going to take place tonight. There's a shot tomorrow morning that we'll see on the model that's for southeastern Kansas, but I think everybody's going to stay on the dry side. Tomorrow we're going to warm up into the mid 80s across the area, so very pleasant outside. Dropping down into the upper 50s, low 60s. Yes, I'm on repeat. Wind gusts tomorrow a little bit higher than today. We've got some 30s on the map, mainly because things are trying to set up for severe weather, especially out to our west. Probability of precip tomorrow, a little higher, and we'll look at that on the model in just a moment. And then once we get into Friday here, Friday we're all in the upper 70s, low 80s across the area, and then dropping down into the upper 50s, low 60s. So overnight lows pretty on par. We're staying in the upper 50s, low 60s the next 3 nights, which makes sense. Wind gust on Friday, a little on the lighter side, mainly because the frontal system's to our east, but then we're setting up for another system that's going to approach the area Friday night. Probability of precip for Friday, it's kind of all over the board. I think Friday we have better chances, just me. All right, moving into severe weather. All right, tomorrow there is a marginal risk for portions of southeast Kansas, higher risk as you work your way towards central Kansas, and that's just a slight risk, not a big one. Moving into Saturday, everything shifts kind of along I-44 and north. I'm sorry, this is Friday. Friday. Along and north of I-44 with even a slight risk, again, in central portions of Kansas. Let's see here. Saturday, make sure I got my days right. Severe weather to our west. We need to watch this weekend's events pretty close because just a little bit of development or ending development, the previous system will kind of dictate where storms are going to fire up the next day. So, got to watch that pretty close since it's close to the area. Moving into uh, Sunday, I need to label these on my system. It's even west of I-35. Monday, severe weather becomes really possible for the entire area. So this is a day 6 outlook, okay? Day 6, and we're already seeing 15%. That's pretty noticeable. So we'll have to watch as things get closer. There's nothing on day 7 or day 8 yet. Those are still far out. But definitely, we need to start watching things the end, late to late of May. Things are going to really begin to ramp up. All the long range models are starting to point that out. All right, let's go over to the model here. This is the NAM 3K. We're going to play it through here. So this is 8 o'clock tonight, 9, 10, 11, midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6, 7 o'clock. So we start seeing some signs of showers trying to develop, especially in Kansas. As we work later in the morning, those are going to move east. Maybe one or two of us are going to see some showers across the area. Don't hold your breath. All right, 11 noon, 1 o'clock, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still, we got storms out west and north of us. Not worried about those. 7 o'clock, 8, 9, 10, 11, and midnight. Now we're Friday at midnight. Not a whole lot going on, okay? 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, 10, 11, and noon. So we start seeing decent chances of rain starting to move into northeastern Oklahoma, southwestern Missouri. At this stage, not severe. Not worried about it. The severe stuff's going to kick off to our west later that evening, okay? 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4. Notice we start seeing some cells pop up, especially west of Oklahoma City and then up by Wichita, okay? So 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Look at this. We start seeing healthy supercells develop western Oklahoma along the panhandle there. We've got to watch that, see how that evolves. But this will become a pretty intense supercell setup and then work its way east. As it works its way east, it'll become a linear system and then become more of a rain out of it. The timing and placement's kind of in the air at the moment. What I see is these become dominant supercells out west, work the way to I-35, then we become more of a line linear system. Now we start picking up winds, large hail, pushes into southeastern Kansas, northeastern Oklahoma, and we may see one or two pushes, a gust event or a straight line, small little derechos. And then as we start approaching the Missouri-Arkansas line, we just start losing our momentum and we kind of transition over to rain. Kind of a repeat of the last few systems with severe weather. So that's my take on it. I mean, this is Friday night, so we've got 3 days to iron things out model-wise. All right, that is all I wanted to go over. That is as far as the NAM goes out. That's my kind of trusty source this season. It surprises me. HRRR has been off more than it has been on this severe event, especially April. So kind of changing strategy, moving over to the NAM, even though it runs a little slower than the HRRR, but it gives us a good comparable back and forth. And even the AIFS system is working okay this year. All right, that is all I wanted to go over. On a side note, if you know any businesses, roofing companies in northeastern Oklahoma, southwest Missouri, anybody interested in sponsoring Weathersmith, let me know. I've reached out to a few, just waiting on responses back, needing some sponsorships, needing some help this year. All right, have a fantastic night. Be safe out there. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow morning.